In our lives too, we have our moments when we feel God is placing us in difficult situations or asking us to do something beyond our means. But why does He do this? Once, Saint Gerard Majella and his companions decided to go on a pilgrimage to the famous grotto of Saint Michael at Mount Carcano. In spite of their lack of money, Saint Gerard reassured his companions that God would provide for them. He even hired a wagon without worrying about the money when he saw his companions being worn out by the tedious journey, and soon they exhausted almost all of their resources. Rather than losing confidence, Saint Gerard brought a beautiful bouquet with the remaining money and placed it before the tabernacle, saying, "See, Lord, I am mindful of you. Please be mindful of us." A chaplain, hearing this, invited them to stay with him. They happily accepted this offer, and Saint Gerard even healed the chaplain's mother, who was ill for a long time. On reaching the magnificent grotto, dedicated to the glorious Archangel, the brothers spent hours in prayer. During this time, a mysterious person suddenly placed a roll of money in Saint Gerard's hands for them to travel back home. The next day, when their innkeeper unjustly charged them extra money, his donkeys suddenly became ill. Seeing this, the man begged forgiveness to Saint Gerard, and so he healed the animals with the sign of the cross. Later in their journey, a man refused them water from his well in spite of their humble pleas. Saint Gerard said to him, "You refuse water to your neighbor whom you ought to love as yourself. Now see, the well in its turn will refuse it to you." Immediately the well dried up, and the owner, astonished at this miracle, repented of his evil. After experiencing many such prodigious miracles, they finally reached home, being supplied much better than what they left with. Saint Gerard and his companions could have stayed home due to their lack of resources for their journey, but only when they stepped out trusting God, they truly experienced God's loving providence in their lives. Dear friends, in today's Gospel, when our Lord sends out the apostles as vagabonds without food, clothing, and money, He's not sending them out to suffer unjustly. The disciples would have been puzzled at this command. In our lives too, we have our moments when we feel God is placing us in difficult situations or asking us to do something beyond our means. But why does He do this? Because only when we are really helpless do we experience God's mighty hand supporting us, no matter how desperate the situation. It is precisely those difficult moments of silent trust that hones our loving bond with God. In Isaiah chapter 30, verse 18, we read, "In quietness and in trust shall be your strength." Complete trust in God brings about serenity and strength amidst even the most difficult trials. That's why St. Teresa of Avila beautifully said, "Let nothing disturb you, let nothing frighten you. Patience gains all things. Nothing is lacking to those who have God. God alone suffices."